Welcome, ladies and gents, to your magical moon message. Big shout outs to my motherfucking man, good friend. I haven't seen him in years, but this is my good friend Ed Ray, who made this shirt. This is his brand, Society is Rigged. He's an Aqua Moon Leo Sun. Cool people. I plan to actually buy wholesale bunch of shirts and brand ambassador this for him. So if you're interested, let me know. But other than that, Moon in Taurus, producer, Sun in Sagittarius, visionary. Okay, Moon in Taurus, Six of Pentacles in the Tarot, is receptivity to grounded values, physiological understanding that makes you more receptive to your five senses and what you receive. Let me tell you why it's my favorite transit. Sagittarius is 8th house to Taurus. So the quincunx, the opening quincunx that the moon is making to the sun before we step into the full moon, and before I even say that, thank you so much for your love and support. Like, y'all have been giving me the best glowing reviews on my readings and these moon messages. I really see this as a movement. So like, let's keep it moving. I'm upgrade the way I do these, but yeah, I just love how this serves you, and then how a lot of y'all insight helps me to do what I do too. So I always appreciate the feedback. Maybe some of you might think you're bothering me if you share synchronicities around what I say. Please don't feel that way. Share it with me. It makes my day. So with that being said, okay, the 8th house effect, because mutable signs are an effect, right? Special effects are Virgo, because Virgo is the effect of Cancer, which is special. Okay, Gemini is the effect of the cardinal action caused by Aries. Sagittarius is the breakthrough ascension effect caused by Libra, and Pisces is the divine final effect from Capricorn. We had this Libra season, the season and arc of breakthrough. Libra, Scorpio, and Sag. We are at the final arc of this breakthrough before we complete the new moon cycle with the full moon in Gemini. That's going to provide supernatural, magical understanding in an intellectual moon in Gemini way, so your brain can process the what and the actual indicators of the vision you're seeing to provide the true Gemini, meaning Sagittarius, of what you have been effectively activating and integrating over the past 2 weeks. So if this new moon in Sagittarius with infinite possibilities represents a new vision and a new ascended magical ability, a new ascension of your God self, and the 2-week process is a loading screen, the moon in Taurus is the grounded final part of this integration that effectively, through creating this element of behavior that aligns with your values, manifesting supernaturally, drawing in extra dimensional quality from Uranus and Taurus, connected to the causal realm of the mind, fast, instant quality of manifestation for everything you visualize. And if you're not aligned with who you truly are, and you're blocked with limiting beliefs around who you think you are, these things will manifest and you won't even be aware of it. Even worse, shout out to Dreaming with Tess, because she posted a video borrowing from a TikTok video about how women manifest so much more powerfully than men, but men manifest so much more focused than women. So a lot of this aligns with this transit, whether you're a man or a woman, in that the study showed that women can manifest things very powerfully because of the deep emotion they bring into things, but it'll be all over the place. Men are more consistent with manifesting what they want, but it's not nearly as powerful as women. There's science to back this up. The XX chromosome dwarfs the XY chromosome. The XY chromosome, if anything, looks like a genetic mutation from the XX. This actually brings insight to the legend of the goddess, in that God may really be a woman, right? God is God and goddess is goddess, but the way that men come from women, does that make sense? Your penis used to be a clit, so like the XX never came from an XY. The XY always comes from XX. That should tell you a lot about spirituality and why it's so easy for women to just pick up astrology, but it's struggling for men to. Even though back in the day, it wasn't like the whole notion of men being closed off to astrology is a postmodern thing and representative of the ignorance of society. Back in the day, men were proud to be a part of this crap. It was a science. So this is new to this generation. It's not a manly thing at all. It's just ignorance. Anyway, I wanted to highlight that because the study showed that when men and women come together, their ability to manifest skyrockets. And they were able to test random probability. If it was just a man, if it was same-sex couples or same-sex people, platonic or whatnot, it would be like randomly getting it. But when they were together, man and woman, 7 times the results. You all know this. You all know this. And of course, when the man and woman are in love with each other, manifestation, it's like it combines because originally man and woman are one. Anyway, I just wanted to highlight that because the behavior around your ability to hyper manifest the vision and self-concept of yourself is taking into account the activation of the dopest version of yourself as you finally integrate it. Because once we move forward, you understand the true meaning of who you become, and now you're transforming your whole reality, activating or moving forward by harvesting this perspective and seeing the magic take effect. So relative to the effect of the sign Sagittarius, because it makes a quincunx to Taurus, the reason why Capricorn is 8th house to Gemini is because Gemini is the kid that thinks incessantly. Capricorn is silent, that lets great power come to it. So Capricorn can nerf Gemini by shutting Gemini up, right? Or just being earthy. Scorpio, 8th house is Aries, because Scorpio has that strength of strategy and wisdom that can outplay Aries' reckless impulsiveness. Sagittarius is 8th house to Taurus, in that Taurus in its stubborn quality gets changed out of its comfort zone through Sagittarius that burns the earth of its solidness. That's why as a Taurus rising, I've always felt uncomfortable around Sagittariuses. They have no grounding. So it's like they can burn out your house. And now I find that sexy as a Gemini, but like it's still kind of scary. Just as an earth sign. Earth signs have a natural weakness to fire. Just like fire to water, water to air, and air to earth. It's like Pokemon in this bitch. What up, dog? So, see how I'm interacting with nature? That's hilarious. With reality. Other than that, there is a spirit in that dog, right? There's spirits in everything alive, which contains a soul. But yes, the 8th house transformative effect to the moon in Taurus is important because this integration is going to fundamentally transform the ascended perspective of what you envision about the receptivity of your physiological senses, aligned with the nose in Uranus, which I can't highlight and emphasize enough, is supernatural crack magic. And I need to help you understand the 8th house transformation of the sun is transforming your vision. That means the way you feel with your clear senses are ascending to the next level. A transit like this is like you're grounding so much more practical, sensory, physiological capability in light of the ascended perspective you're experiencing, that it's like being able to see visions. If you started to see visions for the first time, then the way that you operate your visual sense has transformed to the next level. And so you're having to understand the grounded integration of newly highly advanced ascended perspectives, abilities, and techniques that you will practically see evidence of all transit. That's the most important facet of this. That's why I was waiting, as an Earth sign moon, I was waiting for this transit because Genie baby, I don't know if you saw that truck, but basically this is going to grant a lot of wishes in a sense where you're going to come into practical understanding, Moon in Taurus, of how 6th house to Sagittarius to manifest and ground this higher concept of your dopest self by now creating the foundation of the habits and the behaviors that you will naturally live your lifestyle around to, of course, make this version of yourself real. Now, the unconventional dynamic of this is the surreptitious and random manifestation of unique abilities that have been latent to you but have always existed. It's like doing something you have always done your whole life, but in such a different way, it has you question what you were doing this whole time. Have you ever had something that you realized you were using the wrong way? Or have you ever watched those videos on YouTube or TikTok where like you see someone use a toothbrush or you see someone use an appliance that is used in such an innovative way, you wonder why you didn't think of that, and it's like, wow, I've been doing this the wrong way the whole time. That's this transit. Substitute that with your abilities, your personality, your likeness, and your capability to bring more into fruition these higher advanced elements of yourself so that you can break through once and for all. Once again, a major facet of this is going to be heavily influenced by the Saturn square to this moon. Many of you are noting more so than ever that the subjective collective pressure from a lot more people who may not like unpopular opinions you have don't even affect you as much as they may have done. Maybe if this was before, you might have been crushed by that pressure. Now the moon in Taurus is helping you understand the individual quality of how you feel about your worth relative to what others feel in the light of you producing receipts. So 100,000 other people can truly believe that you don't have any talent and that you aren't going to make it successfully in releasing a musical project. But you already released the musical project and you have receipts to show that the opinion is not based on reality. You have receipts to show you did numbers and you were very successful. And that square is going to put people in their place and it's going to fundamentally transform the way people see you so that the full moon in Gemini will unlock and complete this transit and you'll literally be flying. This true sense of freedom is going to really help you understand the name and words behind how to speak into existence your creation. So it'll be a super magical transit and a total game changer that will fundamentally change the way you think about everything. Hence blasting you off into the breakthrough so that you start to take action with this new perspective, ascended perspective in Capricorn. So that's basically it. Moon in Taurus will provide the grounded footing before you actually step into this full moon. And given that this is a full moon post nodes in Gemini and Sag, you're going to enjoy this. You've grown a lot and, it's time more to see how much you've grown, how much more you know. And one facet to really key into is to rest on your worth, because just you sitting in your greatness is going to trigger so many insecure idiots who need other people to feel better than. And just by you breathing and being in your confidence, it's going to make them more sensitive. So allow this to arise out of them before you destroy it by just calling it out, exposing it, and praying and directing Holy Ghost fire towards these unfortunate people. If you have to smack Earth, Wind, and Fire out of a bitch, do it too. In the name of the Lord and with love in your heart. Because we don't smack anyone without love in our heart. You have to at least make sure you have love for the person you're smacking Earth, Wind, and Fire for. And I'm not really being facetious, because a transit like this can really test your boundaries with people who, in their warped mind, really believe that they're justified in taking advantage of your own personal boundaries. So if you have to get physical, get physical. This is a very central sign. But what's really going to happen is, based on this formation of this unconventional nature of your behavior, many of you are going to be able to manifest lifestyles that innovate how you even make money and work. So enjoy that. Godspeed. You're going to manifest supernatural abilities again. but understand how to integrate it into your lifestyle.